Welcome everyone to HFN. Today is January the 11th, 2020. We're going to talk about Tesla stock and could it be in for a 25% drop in price. Thank you all for watching our particular video on today. If you guys appreciate our videos, hit that subscribe button, like and share the video, and join us on our other social media platforms, i.e. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and then on our own website at HueFinancial.com. You know what? I went ahead and placed all those links for you in the description of this video. Now, the question is, seemingly, since Tesla has seen a massive increase in price to end out 2019, naturally, you would expect many people to try to throw in those bearish sentiments, the drops, the dumps, the crash. You would expect more and more articles to come out spinning that notion that Tesla stock is due for a move lower. And this article, written by Barron's, came out on the 6th of January, trying to instill that same type of environment for Tesla. So we're going to look at this article, and then for us, as we always do, how we trade different. We're going to give you the trusted source of news by the price chart, and we'll let you know whether or not if the high is in for Tesla stock, and if so, why is the high end for Tesla? Now, let's take a look at this article first, and it goes on and it tries to build the premise that this particular stock have seen a massive increase in price. I read one article for Tesla stock how it increased about 83, almost 90% throughout 2019. Now they're trying to spin the notion as well that Tesla shares are climbing higher because of a strong business momentum. The positive momentum is causing Wall Street bears to increase their price targets, but the increases aren't coming close to keeping up with the massive stock rally that Tesla is going through. What is causing this mass euphoric movement in Tesla stock? Could it be because Tesla has finally completed the construction of their Tesla facility over there in Shanghai, and now they're going to be spinning out more Model 3s, and now they're going to be selling more Tesla vehicles over there on China? The average analyst price target for Tesla stock is about $340. The stock is trading around $500 right now. What are these analysts even thinking about? Can they not react to the massive movement that stocks do? Why are they so lagging behind in their price target for Tesla stock? Clearly, they need to adjust their price target for Tesla, especially when it's trading around $500 right now. But the average analyst price target is $340. That's more than $100 below where it is today. The 25% gap is an unusual situation and something investors should think about. In what way should investors think about this? What does it mean? Could it mean that this is why 25%, you guys can see? And then in the title of this article, they got 25%. So what they're trying to say is that Tesla is so far away from the average analyst price target that it's possible that it can come back down to around 340. That's literally what this article is going on into. Tesla announced on Friday that it had assembled nearly 105,000 cars in the fourth quarter, delivering an additional 112,000 vehicles. For all of 2019, Tesla delivered 367,500 vehicles, which is about 50% more from the year ago today. So now, Baird analyst Ben Kalo wrote to their investors in their research report that the Model 3 production rates continue to move higher, about 6,700 per week, which is about 9% sequentially, and the Shanghai deliveries could be the next catalyst to drive volume growth. Now, this is what Ben is talking about in terms of this possible massive upside movement that we've seen recently in China. Many people are vying for the Shanghai deliveries to boost the volume growth, which hence should in turn increase the value of Tesla stock. Kalo is a Tesla bull. He rates shares the equivalent of a buy, so he has a buy rating on this particular stock. He's looking for Tesla to continue to move higher in price, but his price target is only at $355 a share. And if he is such a bull, why didn't he adjust his price target? Kalo hasn't increased it since the summer when shares were close to $200. And maybe he's not going to, because he's expecting the market in Tesla to drop. Wall Street analysts don't increase price targets each time they write a research report, this article reads. Now, Kalo's stance isn't as paradoxical as it seems. In fact, his target price shows how difficult it is to keep up with Tesla stock lately. Shares have rallied more than 90% over the past 3 months. 90%. Now, why is it such a hard thing to keep up with stock prices? Because the research that these analysts do is fundamental in nature, meaning that they're looking at volume, they're looking at revenue, they're looking at earnings per share, they're looking at construction, they're looking at 3, 4, 5 years out. And that's why they don't update their price targets as fluently as they should when you have instruments such as Tesla shoot 90% over the past 3 months. Nobody in their realm saw that coming. Nobody. That's why there is a 25% difference from the average price target of Tesla stock versus to where it is today. Now you have another analyst that goes by the name of Joseph Spack. Now he took his price target up from $290 to $315 a share, which is only about 9%. So you're telling me that he adjusted his price target only to $315. I don't think many of these analysts are as bullish in Tesla stock to substantiate where it is trading today. JP Morgan analyst Ryan Brinkman, he also raised his price target from $220 to only $20 difference, from $220 to $240 a share. What is going on? They know something that the average investor do not know. Now, both of these price targets, the one from Joseph and from Ryan, are far from the current share price of which Tesla is trading at today. Both of these analysts right here do have a sell rating on Tesla stock. They are two of the bears. This is what Joseph says, and I quote, "We recognize Tesla is a thematic and momentum stock whose price can disconnect from fundamentals for periods." So what he's literally trying to say is that the stock price, where it is today, has been disconnected from the actual fundamentals of the company. The bull narrative is strong, and we see no immediate negative data points. So they're looking for Tesla to continue to trade around that $500 price. The next data point, though, that could insinuate the dump, the 25% that this article is trying to pinpoint, is going to be the earnings. And they usually, talking about Tesla, report their earnings by the end of January. Now, I'm going to show you a website, TipRanks. Now, TipRanks it's a website that analyzes analysts and their recommendations for particular instruments and stocks, right? So this is Tesla. This is the current price target from all analysts that cover this stock, and it's based off 26 of them. We have 12 analysts who have Tesla as a sell, 8 hold, and only 6 analysts has Tesla as a buy. The average price target is $335. The highest one of the 26 analysts is $556 price target. The lowest is at $44.52. Okay. Take a look at this as well. This is a stock analysis for Tesla. It's a neutral. So over the last couple of months of 2019, Tesla has increased in 90% value. Why is this stock still showing a neutral rating? The consensus for this stock is a hold. And then when you look at these hedge funds, Ken Fisher of Fisher Asset Management sold out his whole position in Tesla, 100%. Discovery Capital Management, Rob Citron, sold out too. Scott Kapnick of Hybrids Capital Management sold out too. So you have some massive hedge funds who took the opportunity and sold out of their Tesla stocks. Leslie of Maverick Capital increased. He bought some Tesla stock, 1.64 million shares. Prime Cap, they added to their position of Tesla. So you have 3 who sold out, 2 added, and 1 no change. What's going on? Now you know the price chart is going to tell you everything you need to know in Tesla stock. So let's talk about it real quick. All right. So now let's go ahead and stop this. And now it's our turn to show you the price prediction forecast in the market for Tesla stock. Our last video that we did in Tesla stock, you guys can see, was right here on the 20th of December, right? And we played it on the 3-hour time frame because we knew that the long-term trend was still in question from the daily, the weekly, and the monthly pinpoints to see whether or not this stock will continue to see higher price. And it definitely did. So much so that our forecast definitely did not play out the way that we expected it to. We didn't even come down to that $390 or $380 price point that we wanted to emphasize on that video. So this was not a good forecast in terms of how strong the market in Tesla really was. It goes like that. So it was a loss. This forecast definitely was a loss. I would say ultimately around 5.29%. We definitely would have realized that this market in Tesla did not move to the downside. So let's get rid of it. So what I'm going to do now, we are still following this massive uptrend that is going on in Tesla. Okay. So I'm going to extend this line just a little bit higher because this is the actual play line in Tesla. Now, what's going on in the market in Tesla? We came and hit almost $500 as an all-time high right here on this 3-hour bar. Market came up to $498.79. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about as to why the high could be in Tesla stock. To understand the actual energy in a particular stock, you got to recognize the volume. Okay. When you switch over to Tesla on the weekly time frame, I want you to see on my chart what volume comes next to what occurred during the week of January the 6th, 2020. Where were we at when the market was trading and we seen this much volume? We haven't seen this much volume in Tesla stock going all the way back until the week of October 28, 2013. And what was going on at that particular time was we was trading at a low versus to where we are at today, right? So what does that mean from a low end with this high volume to the high end with this high volume? What does that tell you? The market in Tesla is getting hit with massive amount of selling. That is what is going on in the market in Tesla stock right now. That's why we ended this week closing off the highs. That is not a good thing. Looking at Tesla on the daily time frame, which 2 days is showing you all of that volume. The 8th and then on the 9th of January 2020. This is definitely volume that needs to be acknowledged, because we haven't seen that much volume at least since we started this massive move to the upside. And that came in on the 24th and the 25th of October. So we are seeing sellers into the market in Tesla stock. So as we go throughout this upcoming work week, and then as we get closer and closer to the earnings day for Tesla stock, that can be the next catalyst to push this value stock down in price. So even though we were looking for the market in Tesla on the 3-hour time frame in my last video to move lower, I'm still expecting this stock to see some movement to the downside, and that's how we're going to have to play it. So let me transpose this line to a daily basis. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and create our forecast now. This is what we're looking at. This is our expectations into the market in Tesla. So ultimately, we can see the market in Tesla trade anywhere from this ascending line here down towards 440. Okay, so this is our expectations into the market in Tesla stock. I wanted to look at these hourly time frames. I want to see where we can find a TP location. I'm thinking it's going to be right here around 465 to $470. Okay. So that would be our TP, 465 to 470. We're going to play this on the daily time frame though. So this tells you, the price chart tells you precisely that the market is selling their stock in Tesla right now. If Tesla continues to give us great business news and the momentum seemingly looks like it's not going to stop, then the market will not fall to 460. But it will continue to move higher in price. And that would definitely be a bullish case to continue to allow Tesla to continue to make all-time highs. So that is what I'm going to be on the lookout for as we go through this upcoming work week in Tesla stock, to see if the market is willing to absorb all of the excess volume that came through on the 8th and 9th of January. So give us your thoughts, your opinions about Tesla stock. The analysts, they're not as bullish as what many people may think. In their research report, they have very low price targets versus to where we're trading at today. That is definitely something that needs to be considered in terms of what's actually going on in Tesla's price. Make sure you always maintain that profitability. I'll see you all on the next one.